Hello friends, welcome to this vocabulary learning session by Promac. I am Narsi and in today's session we will be learning some words and their meanings, synonyms, antonyms and related words. Today we will discuss some words starting with letter A. First word we will discuss is a word agnostic. So we will discuss this word called agnostic, which starts with letter A. Agnostic is generally used when we talk about a person's religious beliefs. Different people have different beliefs in God, religion, etc. There are some people who do not believe in God. When a person does not believe in God, that person is called atheist. Atheist is a person who does not believe in God. Agnostic is a person who is skeptical or a person who is doubtful. This person is not sure whether God exists or not. Maybe sometimes he is not sure whether he believes in God or not. So if I ask you, what's your belief? He says, I do not know whether God exists or not. I do not know whether I believe in God or not. So a skeptical or doubtful person is called agnostic. There are some more people, they worship nature. They worship natural resources. They do not worship a specific God, but they consider nature and natural resources as God. In ancient civilizations, many people were dependent on agriculture or hunting or dependent on forest and agriculture related activities. Any culture, what gives you food or what is your livelihood is generally considered as your God. So in ancient primitive societies, people used to survive on animals, plants, crops, rivers, etc. So in many cultures, you have certain practices where you worship nature. Such practices are called pagan or heathen practices. In dictionaries, if you see pagan or heathen, it is given as godless or irreligious. Do not misunderstand pagan or heathen as an atheist. Pagan or heathen, godless or irreligious means they, rather than believing in a particular religion and worshipping a god associated with that religion, these people worship natural resources like animals, rivers, plants, mountains, etc. That's what is called pagan or heathen. While discussing agnostic, I have discussed a word called atheist. The word atheist comes from root word theo. Theo means God or could also be taken as religion. From this word called theo, we can take or learn many words: theology, theocracy, monotheism, polytheism, pantheon, apotheosis, etc. Theology. Theology is study of religion or study of religious thought. So you study religion, religious thought, religious concepts or principles, a scientific study, that's what is called theology. Theocracy. Theo means God or religion. Cracy is rule. In some countries or in some states, religious leaders or religious personalities rule that particular state or country. Any system in which religious people or religious personalities have the power to govern people, that's called a theocracy. Mono means one. Theo is God. Monotheism is belief in one God or believing one religion. Polytheism. Poly means many. Theo is God. Polytheism is belief in many gods or probably believing in many religions. Pantheon. Pan is all. Theo is God. So, pantheon is taken as collection of all gods or a place where all gods are present or all gods are collected. The word pantheon today is used in many ways. At the Oscar Awards ceremony, there was a pantheon of film stars. At that baseball match, there was a pantheon of great sportsmen, pantheon of great presidents of America, pantheon of freedom fighters of India. So pantheon is collection of all gods or collection of famous or important or great people at the same place is called pantheon. Apotheosis. Sometimes we admire a person very greatly. When we admire a person greatly, we raise or we increase their level or their image to the level of God. She is a goddess of Hollywood. He is the god of software industry. He is a goddess. He is a god of so and so business. So apotheosis. Apotheosis is excessive admiration of a person to such an extent that you elevate them to the level of a god is what is called apotheosis. So we have discussed a word agnostic. From agnostic we have discussed some related words. Next word we will take up is agog. Agog. The meaning of this word agog is given in dictionaries as highly excited, very curious about something. Highly excited, very curious about something. How you use this word agog? The people on Twitter, everybody on Twitter are talking about the wedding of movie star A with sports star B. So Twitter world and social media is agog with the news. Social media is agog with the news that the Hollywood star A is going to marry that sports person called B. So agog with the rumors, agog with the news, Facebook, Twitter, everybody is talking. Every minute 10,000 messages are flooding on Twitter and Facebook. Then we say everybody is very, very excited, or everybody is talking about it, everybody wants to know about it. Social media is agog with the news that that particular politician has resigned from his post. Social media is agag with the news that that particular businessman has been arrested in that scandal. So agog is very, very excited or very, very, very curious about a particular news. So this is the way you use the word. Next word we will take up is a word agrarian. Agrarian is, you can understand the root word, anything related to agriculture. Anything related to agriculture. India is a predominantly agrarian economy, but Singapore is a predominantly service-based economy. So and so country is an agrarian economy. So agrarian, society, villages are agrarian societies, but cities are service-based societies, service industry dependent societies. Agrarian is anything related to agriculture is called agrarian. Having discussed agrarian related to agriculture, there are many words that have got developed in English language or any other language, because historically most of the world agriculture has been one of the major and most important professions. I will explain here some words that have come from agriculture into English language or agriculture related things into English language. You have a word pecuniary. What is pecuniary? The word pecuniary comes from a root word called pecus. Pecus means cattle. What is cattle? Cows, bullocks, buffaloes, etc. These are all what are called cattle. Now, pecuniary today is anything related to money or anything related to wealth. Okay, let us discuss pecuniary matters. How cattle gives a meaning called money. In agricultural societies, in the old days, who is considered a rich man? A rich man is, or a poor man is evaluated or considered rich or poor based on how many cattle or other animals he owns. Because in agriculture society, cattle is wealth. If you have more horses, more mules, more buffaloes or more bullocks, you can plow more land. You can do agriculture in a large area and that gives you wealth. If you have more cows or more buffaloes, you will get more milk. So that feeds your family much better. So in the historically, in the ancient societies, how many animals you have shows how rich you are. So that's why pecus means cattle or animals. Pecuniary today has taken a meaning called related to money or related to wealth. One more word that came from agriculture and today is used all over the world in a very, very, very general manner is branding. What is branding? We all know. I am wearing a branded shirt. What does branded shirt mean? It's a shirt produced by a particular company which has certain image or certain glamour. A branded computer, a branded item. Brand is something recognized as owned or produced by a particular company. How this word brand comes? In the agricultural societies, people have animals. I have horses, I have bullocks, I have buffaloes, etc. Now, as a farmer, how can I remember or recognize which is my buffalo and which is somebody else's buffalo? If I have one horse or one cow or one buffalo, I know everything about that cow or buffalo. I have 10 animals, still I can recognize. I have 50, if my memory is good, I may be able to recognize. But if I have 200 animals, it becomes extremely difficult for me to recognize whether a particular animal is my animal or somebody else's animal. So what people in villages or agricultural communities do is, my name is Narsi. I want to identify this particular animal as belonging to Narsi. So I take a metal, object or metal rod. With that I create a symbol called N. I heat it and burn the skin of the animal with this hot metal surface. So the animal skin gets burnt and a symbol called N is printed onto the skin of the animal. After it heals, any animal with the symbol N is Narsi's animal. This process of burning a symbol onto the skin of an animal to show ownership was called branding. So today branding is having a symbol on an object to show ownership of something. So we have discussed a word agrarian. From this word called agrarian, we have discussed some words related to agriculture. The next word we will learn is alacrity. Alacrity is generally, I ask you to do something. You do it with alacrity. You do it with alacrity means you do it with eagerness, you do it with enthusiasm, you do it with lot of interest and eagerness. You are literally waiting for me to give you that work. I am a teacher and today I gave a project to my students in the class to do a certain experiment in science. All the students took up the project with alacrity. I said, next week we will go for a trip where we will be doing mountaineering, and all the students of my school accepted the activity of going mountaineering with alacrity. Alacrity is basically very, very, very eager, very, very enthusiastic, very, very interested to do something. I did it with alacrity. When I gave this work to my staff, the staff took up the work with alacrity. Alacrity is eagerness. Next word we will learn is alchemy. Some of you probably read a book by Paulo Coelho called The Alchemist. The Alchemist. What is alchemy? In the ancient times, people believed that you can convert many metals into gold or silver. So, a ordinary metal you could convert through some chemical reaction into gold or silver. So, many people in the ancient times spent a lot of times with this belief that they could convert a metal into a gold, and this discipline where they believed they could convert a metal into gold was called alchemy. Actually, many of the great principles of chemistry came from these alchemists, but alchemy cannot be called scientific. From alchemy, in the effort to convert into gold, people created many or discovered many scientific principles related to chemistry, but alchemy is generally not a very authentic science. Alchemy is a discipline where people were trying to convert a metal into gold. So that's what is alchemy. You could remember from chemistry. Next word we can take is a word called alcove. What's an alcove? Alcove is a narrow recess or a narrow space in a particular building or an apartment. I live in a very small apartment. Yesterday I bought some furniture. I did not have enough place to put the dining table in the hall. So I put it in an alcove adjacent to the kitchen. You have an apartment. Suppose, let us say, in your apartment, you have a hall like this. Then you have a bedroom like this. Then you have another bedroom or bathroom like this. And in between kitchen and the bedroom, there is a small space. So this small space is called alcove. So you place the dining table here. You place the sofa or something here. So alcove. Alcove is, if you have a room like this, there is a narrow space somewhere. So this is called alcove. I put the dining table in an alcove. Alcove is a small recess, or small does not mean very, very small. In comparison with the other things, if you have a small recess, that's called alcove. Next word is alias. The word alias, lot of people are known, recognized or remembered with some other name. So they take a nickname, they take a secondary name, they take an assumed name, or they become known with an assumed name. If you take a famous boxer called Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, his original name was Cassius Clay. But later he became known as Muhammad Ali. Same way you have a famous revolutionary and the leader of Soviet Union, Lenin. Original name was Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. Many Hollywood stars or sports people, they become known by some other name. So an alias is a secondary name. An alias is a secondary name. An assumed name. A name by which a person is also known. My name is so and so, but I have an alias called this. So alias is the nickname or the second name or an assumed name or another name by which a person is better known. In a synonymous meaning of alias, we can also learn many other words. In a synonymous meaning of alias, we can also learn many other words. One word is pseudonym. Pseudonym. Pseudonym, pseudo. Pseudo means false. Nym means name. So a pseudonym literally gives a meaning called a false name, an assumed name, or a nickname. Another word in the same meaning is nom de plume. Nom de plume is also an assumed name, secondary name, or a name by which a person is also known, or a nickname. So we learned a word called alias, pseudonym, nom de plume, etc. All these words basically mean a name with which a person is known. Here we have learnt some words starting with letter A. Next word we will learn is alienate. Alienate. Alienate comes from aliens. What are aliens? Aliens have attacked this city. Aliens are strange people, unknown people who come from some other place or some other country or some other planet. You are an alien to me. You are not known to me, or you don't belong to my place, so you are an alien. Alien is coming from different place or a stranger. So what is alienate? Alienate is anybody in my college I have been alienated by my fellow students. I have been working in that company since 1998, but of late I am feeling alienated in that group. I feel alienated. Alienated as if you are isolated, as if you are avoided, as if you are treated like a stranger or treated like a different person. So what is becoming a stranger like? Alienate is isolate or to feel as if you are being avoided. When you are isolated from somebody or you are being avoided from somebody, then it is also called estranged. He is my estranged friend. That person is, both of them are estranged couple, estranged wife and husband, estranged uncle. What is estranged uncle? To become stranger or to be avoided or to have got separated. So two people are estranged means they are separated, they are no longer together, or they have become strangers. The next word we will take up starting with letter A is elementary. Elementary is often confused with another word, elementary. If you have read or watched on TV or movies stories about Sherlock Holmes, the most common phrase Sherlock Holmes uses is elementary, my dear Watson. What is elementary? Elementary is anything that is very, very basic. Something that is very, very simple, especially because it is in the beginning stage. Basic or simple because it is in the beginning stage. The school which you attend at the very, very beginning of your education is called elementary school. The math principles you learn when you start learning mathematics or just start learning mathematics are called elementary concepts in math. What do they teach you in elementary school? They don't teach you calculus and trigonometry. They teach you addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, numbers, properties, etc. So elementary is simple or basic because it's at the very, very, very beginning level. But elementary, in our body we have a canal, what is called the food pipe. So that's called alimentary canal. Why? Because that's the place where your food goes and digestion takes place. So alimentary is anything related to giving food or nourishment. So alimentary canal is that food pipe or that canal in our body through which food passes and digestive process takes place or digestion takes place. Since we have discussed related to digestion, I will explain one word related to digestion, which is bilious. You see this word bilious. Bilious is given in dictionaries as suffering from indigestion, and in some dictionaries it is also given as irritable or short-tempered behavior. How suffering from indigestion and irritable or short-tempered behavior are related? It comes from bile. Bile is something that is secreted in our body which helps in digestion. If bile production gets disturbed, our digestive process becomes disturbed, and when you do not have proper metabolism in the body, you become very, very short-tempered, you have a very irritable behavior. So friends, in the next session we will learn some more words starting with letter A. Kindly send us your feedback or any suggestions at our email ID promaccoaching@gmail.com. Also visit our website www.promacprep.com Thank you. See you again.